Let's retrain the brain. Hello, pretty people. All the pretty people say hi. Hashtag to the pretty people. That's my personal organization. What that means is we celebrate, collaborate, and we create great relationships. We make those connections. So we crown our kings and queens over here. So we crown, connect, collaborate, yes, and celebrate your success. And so I just believe we all can win. We can all go to the top. It's the bottom that's overcrowded. So if you are in your winning season, say, yes, Jerisha, I'm winning. I want people around me that's always winning. They have the mindset that they're winning. Even if they don't see it yet, they believe that they're winning, because guess what? When you believe it, you can achieve it. Hello, gorgeous. Good to see you on Friday. It's Friday. So I have a lot going on. So I only have like 15 minutes, but I wanted to make sure that I see my peoples. Hashtag to the pretty people. And so if you're not already following me, make sure that you follow, because if you love this type of motivation and inspiration, and obviously business tips, this is the page for you. Hello, gorgeous. Thank you for the hearts. Heart me up. Give me some love on Instagram and TikTok. I got a goal I need to meet on TikTok as well. So listen, Facebook family, put in the chat, where are you tuning in from? I like to know my audience. I love to see the peoples and who's listening, who's learning. And so it's Friday. What do you have planned for this weekend? So today I have to rush because one, I want to tell you about, people like, oh, you look good. Liquid collagen and I exercise. So I got to tell you about that. But I want to inspire you to really start thinking differently and how I've learned to retrain the brain. So I'm going to give you some business tips on that. But do me a favor. If you're joining me for the very first time, put newbie in the chat. Say, I'm a newbie, Jerusha. You're just now hearing the sound of my voice. You are a newbie, put newbie. And of course, if you watch the replay, put replay. But if you tag two people or share the broadcast, you and I just became besties. I see you. Okay. Sharing is caring. When I share, you share. That's how we change the world. Knowledge is the new rich. Knowledge is the new rich. So I'm going to break down some knowledge. I'm going to drop some gems. We're excited because what? It's Friday. We get to make more money on Friday. People spend more money on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if you have a business, I'm hoping you are actually promoting. I'm actually hoping that you're showing up. I'm hoping you're creating content, because people like to spend money on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay. How are you doing? I'm doing wonderful. How are you? And so, yes, I see your beautiful face. So put this in the chat for me. Now, many of you have been following my stories. That's where I really talk about the liquid collagen that I've been using for the last couple of months. And so a lot of you are like, well, what is it? Well, what is it? And so I just want to make sure that I educate my people. Most people just don't know. And so we're where we are in life because we don't know what we don't know. And so my hope is to shorten somebody else's learning curve. And so I'll tell you about this liquid collagen that gives me great muscle tone. Oh, thank you for the roses. She's so sweet. Thank you for the roses on TikTok. Great muscle tone. Obviously I do walk 7,000 to 10,000 steps a day. I also do a full body workout, like 15, 20 minutes from a YouTube guy. And I drink at least 1 or 1.5 liters of water every single day, every day. And so for those of you that know me, I actually suffered from like kidney stones, right? So I started drinking water, so I don't drink caffeine drinks. And so the water is always just one of the things I do anyway. So water helps a lot of things. You'll be surprised. And so then on top of that, a couple of months ago, I started taking this liquid collagen. And I didn't say anything at first. And then I was like, ooh, I see a difference. And I was like, I guess I should tell the people. I should tell them what I'm doing differently. And so I added into my regular routine, because I also drink lemon, turmeric, ginger, and cucumber. I blend it and I drink a shot every morning. So I added this thing to my routine in the morning, where I take 1 spoonful in the morning and 1 at night, is this liquid collagen. And I know many of you have been like, well, what's the difference in the collagen? What's the difference? I take a collagen. I take a powder collagen. So let me just tell you what I've learned, because I'm all about educating first. And so what I've learned, the liquid collagen, okay, which works best for me. And if you want info, just put collagen, but I'm going to give you 5 different formulas of the collagen that I have. And then I'm going to tell you how your business tip to retrain your brain so you can have a successful weekend in your business. Okay. So what is the difference between this particular BioCell collagen and other supplements like this? The BioCell collagen, this is not just your ordinary, powder. This is clinically studied dietary ingredient composed of naturally occurring hydrolyzed collagen type 1, 2, and 3 peptides. Now, I didn't know what that meant, so I got to tell you guys, I learned about it. And so type 1 and 3, that's used for strong hair, skin, and bones. Type 2, it offers great benefits to the aging of the bones. Now, we're all going to age, right? So we want to make sure we're aging as best as possible. So you guys are familiar with resveratrol. What that means is it reverses the signs of aging, right? So elderly people, when they fall, they break all their bones. And so we want to prevent that for us, right? We want to go ahead and start treating our bones so they're stronger. It also has chondroitin sulfate. Now, what that means is it's going to help the cartilage become healthier by absorbing fluid, and it provides the building blocks for the body to produce new cartilage, right? So people who have knee pain, right? It's because the bones are together and it's rubbing and the cartilage is gone. And so then the third ingredient that makes the difference is hyaluronic acid. So this is going to reduce skin wrinkles, fine lines, dark spots. I've always had pretty great skin. So if you guys know me, I've always taken care of my skin with great skincare. But this particular skincare actually has the same ingredients as the collagen. So it has the collagen in it. And so obviously, it tightens your skin. I don't have any dark spots or scars in my face or anything like that because I do take care of it. I actually, every single day, I take 1 spoonful in the morning and 1 at night. Okay. And so that is what I've been doing differently. People have been asking, so I want to make sure you understood. Now, let me just tell you, although all the guys, and girls in 20s and 30s, we're fine in our 20s and 30s, and we don't think we need anything. But what I noticed is even in our 20s, we stop producing collagen. And so we want to make sure we rebuild that. Collagen accounts for 30% of our body's protein. And so because it accounts for 30% of our body's protein, we already need it. So 20s, 30s, 40s is actually declining every single year. And so like 1% every year, it's declining, especially for women until we're in our menopause. So from your 20s to menopause, that's a long time. And so I was like, I need to do something differently. So that's what I've been doing differently, is taking 1 spoonful in the morning and at night. And so let me just tell you, for all my peoples, okay, there are 5 different formulas. And this is what makes this one different than most of the ones you probably heard about. And so I can just tell you what I know for sure. And so let me just tell you, first of all, everyone knows the fall, people get a cold, you get the flu. I have children, so they're out with other children, and children don't always wash their hands, and then they'll come back in your home. So let me tell you, formula number 1, if this is you, this is going to boost your immune system. It's going to support your respiratory and your cardiovascular health. So if everybody needs something to support their immune system. So Formula 1, put Formula 1 if you want to learn about Formula 1. That's going to support your immune system and your respiratory system. Formula 2 is for if you want your hair, you want to grow some longer hair, thicker hair, your nails. It improves joint mobility, all right? Your bones and your lubrication. It's going to boost your vitality. That's formula number 2. So if that's you, put Formula 2. And then formula number 3, I use Formula 2. So I use 3 of the 5. So just so you know, I'm not talking just to be talking. I know many people have messaged me about what's the difference. So I wanted to tell you before I teach the training. And so formula number 2, I love that one. Formula number 3 is definitely one that I use because it's going to reduce any fine lines, wrinkles. It actually improves your skin collagen content, your hydration in your skin. You see how my skin is, very supple. I don't like dry skin. I use makeup, but I don't like for my makeup to look dry. So I want to look like, I just stepped out of the shower real dewy like. And so, yes, and your skin tone, even skin tone. And so that's formula number 3. And then formula number 4, it reduces joint discomfort. And so if you have joint discomfort right now, this one is helping reduce that. And so my mother has knee problems. I got my mom using it. I got my sister using it. So I'm not talking about what I read. I'm talking about our personal experiences. And so it also, Formula 4 helps your connective tissues, your gums, your eyes, healthier cartilage. And then the last one I just fell in love with, so I wanted to share it, is formula number 5. Okay. Formula number 5 supports your energy. So your energy, your stamina, and your mental focus. That's me. I was like, I love my energy. I want to keep this momentum, keep this energy. I want to have great stamina, and I need mental focus because I'm like a squirrel sometimes. If I don't take notes, I'm like, what was I talking about? I can go upstairs and intend to get something and forget. And I'm like, why did I come upstairs? Okay, so if you're anything like me, Formula 5 also promotes healthy tendons, joints, muscles, ligaments. Yes. And guess what? Not just your muscle tone, the recovery of your muscle cells. But for me, I just love the fact for my energy, my stamina, and my mental focus is formula number 5. And so I'm like, yes, yes, I found something. And so just put in the chat if you're open to learning more, put collagen or go to the link in the bio, put collagen. Oh, I have a QR code. Hold on one second. I almost forgot. Technology is great. So here's the collagen. So if you want to scan this, go to your camera and you can scan this. This is my page. This QR code goes straight to my collagen page. So that way you can go ahead and get the information about Formula 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then I can answer any health goals that you might have, any skincare goals that you might have. And so I just wanted to bring it to your attention that it's available. It's available. And so, yes, go ahead, scan this. All of my people's on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, scan this. It's going to take you to my page, fill it out, and then I'll be able to answer your questions and you'll be able to go ahead and get the info. But don't leave because I need to train you on how to retrain the brain. So I just wanted to tell those of you that have been messaging me, what about the collagen you talk about? I see your collagen on your TikTok. So that is what I've been bragging about. And I want my peoples to know about it. So yes, put collagen. I see you got collagen 1, collagen 2. Okay. Collagen 3. I use 3 of the 5. So it might not be just one. So we'll talk about it. Just message me. We'll talk about it. No worries. I got you covered. And once you message me, we can decide which one is going to work best for you. Does that sound fair? Okay, great. So if you're joining me now that you got that, I'm Jerusha. I've been an entrepreneur for over 18 years. And not only am I a business coach, speaker, worked in radio and television, loved the industry, hated the hours, wanted to build a home-based business. And I started my first home-based business, went to the top, transitioned recently, promoted myself to an online business. So now I do everything 100% from my cell phone. And I also help other people build their businesses from the offline to online. And so really just leveraging and monetizing social media because most people are on here, but they're not leveraging and monetizing. And we want to make sure that every single person that's using this tool is using the tool. You're not letting the tool use you. And I see too many people letting the tool use you. And so we want to change that. So if you're not already following, please make sure you follow. I share actionable business tips, tools, hacks, scripts, marketing, branding, all the things that you need to start a business or build a business. So just out of curiosity, how many of you already have a business right now? Put a business in the chat. So just so I can see my audience for today, if you have a business, just put business so I see you. If you don't have a business, just put yes. If you don't have a business, just put yes. Yes, I don't have one, but you know you need one. You need residual income. You need passive income. You just don't know what to do online. This is probably one of the pages you want to follow because I share some great business tips. Now, let me just tell you, the first thing I had to do to transition from offline to online, I had to observe my thoughts. Write this down. Here's your business tip. Because I built a successful business offline for years. The transition was difficult because online is a different audience. It's a different, feel. It's a different way of communicating and connecting. And so I made all of the mistakes. And so my hope is to shorten somebody else's learning curve. And so first thing I had to do was observe my thoughts. And let me just tell you, if you're watching me right now, you're already winning. Because you want to learn. The people that do not want to learn, they don't want to grow. They don't want to have more because you got to learn technology and learn, chat GPT and learn the different ways to show up in this, technology world. So winning is not always when you're on top. Winning is sometimes making it to the next day. Winning is sometimes just posting, you did it. Winning is sometimes deciding to keep moving and rejoicing in your own personal victory. So all of you are already winning if you decided to move forward in any way to better yourself. So give yourselves a round of applause. Yes, 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 yes. That was me. I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to do online, but I did it. So I celebrate that. So if you're struggling right? To control your thoughts. Let me tell you what I did. Number one, write this down. A pretty person is going to put this in the chat for me. Observe your thoughts. Write it down just throughout the day, because what's stopping you is how you're thinking. Okay. And so if you're thinking, you cannot show up on social media, you cannot do a TikTok, you cannot do a reel, you cannot do a live. It's you. Okay. It's your thinking process, and we can retrain the way that you're thinking. Now, the other thing is, you don't want to vocalize what you cannot do. I don't use the word can't. My boys do not use the word can't. It is not allowed. It's I choose not to. I don't want to. So it's not that you can't do it. You're choosing not to do it. Does this make sense? So what I had to do was, this is your homework, even if it's just 15 minutes. Okay. You can fix the problem. You can. This is the thing. I heard Teledoro McNeil say it, but I don't think it's his original quote. I'm a quote person. I love people who speak, obviously. He said, you cannot change what you don't confront, and you can't confront what you don't identify. So the first thing is, you got to identify the problem is you. Okay. You're the problem. You're the solution. It's the way that you're thinking. It's not your background. It's not your education. It's not your inability to, understand technology. It's still you thinking that. I'm not tech savvy, but I've learned a thing or two because I was willing to. And so what I want you to do, write this down. Thank you so much for putting that in the chat. You follow instructions, girl. Yes. All right. So I observed my thoughts one day, and this is what I want you to do. For 10 minutes, it works. And I wrote down, I was like, I'm sleepy. I'm tired. Oh, I don't like her shoes. Oh, I don't feel like driving to get my son today. Oh, I don't feel like cooking. Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't feel like calling this person back. Oh my gosh. Everything that I thought, I was writing it down for it. Like it took me 10, 15 minutes. So I want you to do the same thing. And all of those thoughts were negative. Now, one thought was, I'm blessed to be here. I'm excited. I am a mom. I am, none of those thoughts in just 15 minutes, right? They were all negative. And so I was like, So once you observe your thinking, you know where to start. So this is what I started practicing. I just wanted to tell you this. Thank you so much. I see you 411 in the building. So practice these techniques to feed your mind. So it's estimated that your brain will produce approximately 70,000 thoughts per day. So no more stinking thinking. So I spent just 15 minutes and all my thoughts was negative. Okay. So I was like, okay, Jerusha, that's the problem. So don't just think about what is realistic. The problem with realistic thinking is it's usually based on what others think is possible. So I want you to think outside the box of the things that you really want to be thinking about. Like, I want to be a multi-millionaire. I need to be thinking about that all day, like saying it, replaying it all day long. And so the people that have minimal thinking that's just scarcity thinking, that you believe that you can't do it. Everything's possible. The word itself says I'm possible. So it's all possible. And so what you want to do is, I think Will Smith said, being realistic is one of the most common path to mediocrity. So you don't want to be realistic. You don't just want to think outside the box. So here's how I trained the brain. At one point, we trained our brains to think the way that they do. The good news is that we can now retrain it. So with the 70,000 thoughts, some of you are already saying, man, 70,000 thoughts a day? Yes, every single person. Number one, only use positive words when you're talking. So what I've learned is whatever you speak, you get to keep. And so now I don't even speak it out of my mouth. I don't even say it. And as soon as the thought comes and it's negative, I change it. So only use positive words when talking. That's the first thing you're going to do. We got to make sure we're attracting positive people because we need to be positive. Now, the second thing that I did was I want you to push out feelings that are not positive. I know it's hard to do, but you can do it. I promise you. It's challenging because it's natural to be like, I'm tired. It feels like that's natural. We need to turn that around. That is not natural. Like, I feel good. I take this liquid collagen. I feel good. I'm energized. You got to talk yourself into that, doing whatever it is you need to do. Because guess what? You're controlling the body, right? The mind controls the body. Because if I say I'm tired, all of a sudden I'm yarning, I'm sleepy, I'm tired. So your brain controls the body. The third thing that I started doing was use words that evoke strength and success. And so, of course, people believe, affirmations and prayers. And so I'm constantly doing this. Here's a business tip for you. On my phone, I've recorded my prayers and my affirmations. So throughout the day, I have an alarm that goes off that repeats it to me. Okay. And so now I hear it in my voice. I am a woman of God. I am a great mom. I am, and I have all of the things that I believe that I am, right? And so I want to make sure that if you're going to use this tool called your smartphone, you want to record your voice with your prayers or your affirmations, your beliefs, and throughout the day, play it back for yourself. I would do it 3, 4, 5 times a day, depending on how much you need to retrain your brain. Okay. Number 4, direct your thoughts. You are in control. And so how I direct my thoughts is I start playing something as soon as I start to think negatively about anything. I have to get in a positive space, whether it's music, whether it's my own motivation. I listen to my own trainings. I get myself motivated. Number 5, believe you can succeed. Believe you will succeed in starting a business, building a business, being successful in business. If you're running with me for the next 80 some days, we started a 90-day run, you're going to be successful, right? Because you're already practicing in these 90 days. So when 2024 comes, you're ahead of the curve. And number 6, if you fall off, analyze what went wrong and just retrain the brain over and over and over. Now, every day I practice this exercise, and I don't think people understand the importance of doing this and how it actually changes not just your conversations, but the people who want to conversate with you. I'm able to make great connections because I'm putting off this type of energy. And so energy is transferable and energy is contagious. And so I'm able to keep this type of energy because I'm always talking to myself. And so if you need to repeat your affirmations, then do that. But right now, in this season, I'm praying, I'm talking because I am developing 100 new business partners. I'm attracting the 100. I'm building the 100. I'm excited for the 100. So I have to be in the right headspace. And so if you can imagine, the brain is like the land. So whatever you plant in the land, you're going to get that. So if you plant corn in the land, I'm going to get corn, right? If I plant scarcity in the brain, I'm going to get what? A scarcity mentality. If you plant positivity in the land, you're going to get positivity. Your brain or your mind is like the land because whatever you sow, you're going to reap. And so I try my best every single day to sow good seeds into myself because I'm the problem and I'm the solution. And so I don't know how many of you, yes, are going to do it. But if you do it, I want to hear your results because I love to hear your success stories. And so message me and say, Jerusha, I observed my thinking for 15 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, write it down, and then try to retrain the brain to think more positively throughout the day. Record yourself with your affirmations and your prayers and do it every single day. And then talk to me and see if some positive things start to happen for you. Now, yes. And so the collagen, yes, just put collagen or what formula that you want. I'll talk to you in Messenger about the collagen. If this was helpful, put helpful in the chat. If this was helpful and you're like, Jerusha, I need to retrain my brain. Yes, because it's you. It was me. I was hesitant to come online. I was like, I don't feel like doing online every single day, going live every day, doing a TikTok every day. And I was like, okay, you're not going to be successful doing it then. You can't say you're an influencer online if you're not going to be online. And so I started saying, I love doing TikToks. I actually do like doing TikToks. I love doing TikToks. I love doing lives. I love it. I love helping other people, which I do. And so I started speaking those things and the account grew. Like I said, I just got online right during the pandemic, like a lot of you, right? The account grew, this particular account, from just regular 500, 600, 700 people to 150,000 people. And so because I chose to believe I could build a big account. Now I'm focusing on TikTok, building that from 50,000 to 100,000. And then Instagram just don't love me, right? The Instagram don't love me yet. So I got to change that. So Instagram loves me. Instagram loves Jerusha. So yes, if this was helpful, put hashtag helpful. If this was helpful to you, please let me know. I love to hear your success story. So message me back. If you want to try the collagen, put collagen, or just make sure you get your camera, and scan the QR code. It's going to take you to my collagen page. It's my personal page. So you can scan this. It's really easy to do. It's the best way to get in touch with me is scan it. Or you can go to the link in the bio. If you're on Instagram and TikTok, my phone number is in my profile. You can text me the word collagen. And so if that's helpful, but I just wanted to tell you some of the things that I do to retrain my brain to attract you guys, to attract the right people every single day. So enjoy your weekend. Remember what I told you, most people spend more money on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if you have a business, I hope you're marketing and branding your business so you can get some sales this weekend. And then my son has a homecoming football game tonight. So make sure you're following me in my stories so I can show you, yes, my son playing football. It's Friday night football. And so I will be there, but I wanted to make sure that you knew that there are some things that you can do, and you can do that today. So I'm just thankful that grace and mercy follow me. I'm Jerusha, and I'll see you on the page. Good night. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, I appreciate seeing you too. It's Friday. No, I have a jacket. But it's 70 something here in Georgia. It's supposed to rain at the game. All right, enjoy.